Should be a pro at this by now.
Uh, Good evening. Hello. Hope you can hear me. Uh, it's time for the TEC replay stream season 15 round number 1. Road Atlanta. That's all I got. I don't have access to the replay myself, so it's Prodigy who is with me today, who is in control of the replay file. Hello, evening.
Hello and welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It was a good race.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Some interesting starts we had.
The start.
So yeah, maybe a couple of jump starts, maybe a little bit moving off to the right hand side with some of them. So yeah, we have given too much away.
Right, so let's see if this works based on a screen share. So what we're gonna do, I'll quickly bring up qualifying results then, shall we? I got some nice little screenshots there prepared. So Ray, pole position.
Yeah, he was
Ferrari,
absolutely rapid. I'll tell you.
18.4.
I don't know what happened in the race. We'll have to have a look what happened in the race with him. But
Ferrari
yeah, in
thinks?
practice, maybe Ferrari, but you know the Lambo in second wasn't too far off, and neither was Dylan in third. Those three were just, yeah, on it.
18.
Even in Dashi, by the way.
Dashi, yeah. So, well, coach Beetlejuice in
Yep.
that NSX in 5, but those are close gaps, like 4, 5, 6. Goes Richie, 7 for Sluxy in P7, and yourself in P8.
Yep.
Darren, and then we go to second. So nice to see 16 drivers. The Furious 2 in P16, no lap time. Oh, what happened to the Furious 2?
He got a penalty in the last final chicane.
Oh no.
Got a half-second penalty, which just completely, yeah, ruined his because, well, even saying that, yeah, the race he done the night before, yeah, he was doing a last to first challenge.
Okay, let's see how that
He
goes.
was on it as well. He was on it. He was driving like someone who had an opportunity to win in the race anyway on the Sunday night.
Okay. Oh, then let's have a quick look at the season 15 calendar, shall we, together for the first round. So Road Atlanta, 7 exciting rounds still on that calendar, handpicked by the top performers of season 14. So if you don't like something, blame the drivers that picked those tracks. I had a quick glimpse, and yeah, a bit of rain throughout the season. That's all I can say.
Five out of eight? 5 out of 8 races are wet.
People like wet
So
racing, or
yeah,
at least it's not like entirely wet, right? It's like from wet to
no,
dry to
no.
wet, like
There's
mixed conditions.
there are some really good settings actually. Some people have obviously put a bit of thought into their settings,
Interesting.
and
No way.
yeah, I think after last season, I can't remember what the last round was in TEC 14, but
Mm.
with the weather drying up and then getting wet again, and when the rain would turn up, I think it
It was Nürburgring, I
was
think,
it
with
food
Thomas.
Nurburgring. That's
Thomas
exactly
Nürburgring,
what it.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that, yeah.
some really
People
good
liked
settings.
it.
So yeah, it's come through onto this season. So uh,
Okay, so
yeah, they've done well. They've done well.
quickly go through the lineup for the season for the first three. We do all the stuff like, so we see it on the right hand side. Nice graphics, by the way, Prodigy. It's
Like,
good. So we
getting
have
better at it.
better at it. It's just the template is ready, so just
Yeah.
change it. So we have Ovich and Beetlejuice in the Honda NX. By the way, if you missed it, we had a lovely little card draw for the teams. Also here on that channel, if you're wondering. Sluxy and Thomas. Yeah, Sluxy couldn't make it. He's still on holidays, so but he will return for the next race. In that Audi R8, River and Hellot in the Lambo. For Dylan and has FR4C, Series 2 and JWE. That's a car. Is it a Porsche?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like, it's a bit small, but yeah, it looks like a Porsche to me. Steering
Yeah,
and
Furious and JW in the Porsche. Yeah,
Steering and Ray in that Ferrari. Couch and Dashi in the RCZ at
correct.
Peugeot. That
Yeah,
looks like a
Peugeot.
really strong car. And
Yeah,
Prodigy
yeah, I
and
think it'll be a decent car.
Prodigy and
With
Dale.
the aero.
The
Sorry,
Aero. Okay, yeah.
interrupting with the aero settings that we've got this year. I think it actually seems to close the gaps between the cars even more.
I think that was one of the ideas, right? To like
Yeah,
open up the tuning a little bit, not too much too crazy like, but adjust front and
yeah,
rear
yeah.
aero.
You want just give people a little bit more option. If you open up the tuning too much, the gaps become,
Yeah.
you know, too big. Some people are able to put a lot of time into the tuning. Other people aren't capable or don't have the time to be able to allocate
True.
too much time to it. So a little bit of tuning just to keep it interesting. And it's yeah, it'll definitely be an interesting season. I think there's some good cars, some closely matched cars anyway, especially in this race anyway.
So with the settings at Road Atlanta, so no rain expected here. Don't have it. But have still random weather track pick by Taz. And I think with that being said, I should be ready to say race and then let's go.
No problem. Here we go then. 3, 2, 1. Let's see how the start goes. So I'm on Dylan at the moment, but if you keep an eye on myself and maybe
Oh yeah, not the
Dashy.
best starts, like cars a bit
Yeah, yeah.
slow off the line. Also different concepts.
There's a few different tyres going on. We've got Ray starting on the race mediums, River mediums. You've got Dylan who's gone out on the softs, Couch mediums. That was generally the go-to for the start, I think. Beetlejuice, Dashy, Richie, everybody else. In fact, we've got Hallowed Gamer was the only other soft runner, I think. Oh, Thomas as well. So we've got a few soft runners. And there's me right at the
Oh,
back.
hello already.
Yeah,
Talking it in.
I had a little bit of an accent, very easy to do, I think, especially in that Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Very tail happy. So Ray getting a nice early lead.
Yeah, that Ferrari is one of the best
Yeah,
starting cars. They're off the line.
yeah.
Well
I
done.
think I think most cars start fairly evenly, but the Ferrari is definitely good off the line, and the Porsche is
Better than the Porsche.
absolutely diabolical,
Exactly.
atrocious. I think Furious on the Sunday night, he got the pole position and then ended up fourth by the first corner. That was an
Ooh,
an aggressive move on Ovich.
Roglic getting
Thomas taking
mugged.
advantage as
Man,
well. Yeah,
once you get it wrong,
making his way up.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. So, TEC 15, like you tapped on some of the changes. The downforce is open to
yep.
adjust, but also like the mandatory tire has changed, right?
Yep, drum roll please. After discussion with management, which is mainly Jaeger, uh, we decided that we'd make the soft the mandatory tyre just to bring it back into play because generally most people would go medium hard tyre
Mm.
wear and that would be all that would be used. But this opens up the strategies a bit. So is it worth taking off, putting the soft tyre on and try and stretch it, or put the hard tyre on, mix up the strategies a bit?
Yeah, I like that idea. So you have like
Yeah,
the fastest compound mandatory, but that won't last like for a two stop. So you have to at least go for a three stop usually
yeah,
on
yeah.
a try, but then you lose more time during the pit stop than going for I don't know, hard soft or medium medium soft. I don't know what are different
That,
possibilities.
in this race, there seemed to be two options which were pretty much identical in timings. You could go for a long medium stint and then two soft stints,
Hmm.
or you could go for a medium soft and minimise all the time loss on the worn tyres. There wasn't actually that much difference in the total time, I don't think.
And no
So
one considered
we'll
the
see
hard
what people
times,
do.
really? So that
No, I don't think so. You possibly could have done because the pit loss was
is huge, right?
quite substantial around here.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but I don't think anybody even looked at the hard tyres. Um, I never looked at
Yeah,
even the stretch.
no flashing lights for us on the stream. Ooh.
Wait a second, where's Ovich?
Yeah, maybe,
Oh,
maybe Ovich. Oh, Thomas
we've got
is facing
Thomas has had a
the
little
wrong
bit of
way.
an off. That's very easy to do on that corner. A little bit of dirt or get on the throttle a little bit early before the car's settled, and around you go.
So,
And I'm still last.
oh no, taking it easy. But
Yeah,
Zach, you need to teach one of the drivers to flash the lights when there's a chance that someone might be watching you on the
yeah,
replay. I mean, I was so impressed when I did the last replay stream that when I saw you were flashing your lights. You knew like that at that time I was going to you and you were showing it. Like this is,
instinct. It's
yeah,
just great
definitely.
instinct, isn't
Or,
it?
or maybe just flashing it all the time. So it's
Continuous, just to catch.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm a bit
furious.
disappointed.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, up to ninth already from start from the back, but Ovich is probably driving the worst car to see any flashing lights because those front lights are tiny. So little bit disappointing. He's normally really good at it. Let's go back to the front though. See, it's very close though. You've got Dylan now on the soft tyres, though he's catching up with Ray.
Race on the mediums.
Uh, Ray is on the mediums. Ray
Wow,
was, as I said,
great stuff.
he was doing very well. He definitely likes this place. Being American, he should do. So yeah,
Yeah.
just noticed your comment there, Dash. Yeah, the fuel. I never really had an issue with fuel around here, so I don't know. Maybe it's car specific. Maybe your car is a little bit more greedy on the fuel than mine. But we'll find out in the next few tracks and practice sessions to see if it is actually making a difference. You got Deere in the other Ferrari, who's fifth at the moment.
That is so great to hear. You know where the cinematics camera are located, so you know where it's worth flashing your lights, getting good angle. Okay, well play. So what about
uh,
Richie? He's subbing for Slugsy
Subbing
in
for
his
Slugsy in the Audi.
most favorite car in Group 3, I think.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would improve this for Richie is if the track was Bathurst. So maybe an Audi at Bathurst
Yeah,
for Richie's next race.
but I think he likes the Road Atlanta course usually. Some it's usually
He
performing
started off very
good.
well. I think there was maybe an issue with the tyre wear. I'm not sure. Maybe overheating. There was a conversation between
Yeah,
him
okay.
and Beetlejuice
Yeah,
regarding it. So
but he got past Couch, so Couch started in front, if I remember correctly.
yeah. Furious is up to eighth now, ahead
Yeah,
of Taz. So continuing his charge to the front. Uh, I'm ahead of Thomas at least now because he's had another off. So at least that was fine. See, there's only a 1 minute 33 on lap 3 there. That was not really the best. But I have to say, there was most of the people driving on the mediums were so closely timed. It was very difficult to get. Normally you'd expect to at least catch people with a few mistakes, but no one was making them.
hmm,
People were driving within a couple of tenths of each other consistently, so very difficult race to do. Yeah, the
competition
Audi
is
livery is
real.
good. Yeah, very much so. I'm not sure if it's the track or the cars. I'm not sure whether it's just the age of the game where people have just got more comfortable with it. But definitely very closely matched.
Dylan.
I constantly have skill issues, Zach. He's catching him up pretty closely here. I never actually thought about that, Dashi. I think that, yeah, the hard tire might outlast fuel. It might be worth having a look at for the next, well, not for the next race. The next race is wet, so that's not really going to be any use, but
Also
we'll
a
see for the ones after that.
pretty Irish looking livery.
Yeah, green.
Kerrygold.
Is it Kerrygold butter? Is that? It's a butter brand, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I know that in
Yeah,
Germany. It's just
just
like the best
yeah.
Irish butter you can get in Germany. Here we go.
That's just to make him slippery, isn't it? He gets through the air quicker. Aerodynamic.
So did
Yeah.
people like elaborate on their downforce settings? What they were
Well, it was quite
using?
open. It was quite open. I'm not sure who's the guy over the back wheel. Any idea? I don't know who that is.
That's a person, a face. I have no clue.
No idea. We'll have to get clarification.
Mm.
I think it was Dylan that made this livery, so we'll have to find out um, what it was, what it is. But putting a bit of pressure on Ray at the moment, just for that first P1. I think he needs to keep pushing on them softs.
Massive run for turn
Get,
number one,
yeah,
but it's
unfortunately,
tough.
nowhere to go, is there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where's the opportunity?
nowhere.
Basically, I mean, you can send it into the double right-hander,
It's got another good
get a
run
good
here
run
as
out
well.
of
But
the
this,
S's,
yeah,
yeah, but
I think down here is possibly your first real opportunity. But it's sometimes not the best to go for this move
yeah, Ray going
before the back
defensive.
straight.
Exactly, this long
Yeah,
straight. But yeah, Dylan down the inside now. Look at that.
he's done the undercut. Nicely done. Can he keep ahead though? Or will that
Looks like
Ferrari?
got some good traction still. Tire wear,
Yeah,
okay. See, roughly 45,
seven
maybe
seven
percent
end of
now.
the eighth lap. Yeah, push it maybe to the 12th, 13th lap. We'll have to see. But definitely driving well. There was some
Oh,
controversy with Dylan.
Ray
Um,
around the outside into the chicane.
look at
Nice
that.
move.
Look at that.
But then,
Oh, a
oh,
little bit of a
bit
tap.
wide.
I think if he'd have Dylan had managed to put his nose up the inside, he might have had the inside for this one, and that would have been in past. But unfortunately, he gave it a little bit of a boost. You've got close, just looking at this, close further back as well with Deering, both on the medium. So Deering put a bit of pressure on River, and Richie not too far behind in that Audi. And even further back,
Ooh, the Furious. Look at
Furious
that.
and Count, he's still on the go. Taz isn't giving him much of an easy run either, though. So, by the way, Ray isn't actually from America anymore. He's now British. So, it's just how it goes.
Oh, the
Oh, Couch has got a half-second
penalty.
penalty.
Yeah.
Not the easiest place to get penalties, actually. There's or the track, I should say. There's the place where I think Couch got his on that fast left-hander. That's pretty much it. Most other places, you're fairly safe.
I think that in the first sector, that
Oh, the
uphill
right-hander.
right-hander,
Yeah,
that blind one, is like if you
yeah,
get it wrong,
yeah,
you get it wrong, and yeah, it's
yeah.
either
You
like
get
off
not only do
track
you get a
or
penalty,
penalty. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You get bounced off the curb and into the left-hand side of the next corner, or you get and you get a penalty just to make it even worse. But yeah,
that
so the
left-hander,
two
yeah, out of
Peugeots,
the S's, yeah,
yeah,
that's really
yeah.
tricky one.
So Dylan's got past Ray now. Missed that, must have been on the last back straight. Ray's dropping back into the clutches of Beetlejuice. I think he's
Yeah, there's X.
getting into this race. Not an easy car either, I don't think. But driving it well, looking good. Nice livery.
It's an Ovich livery, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Deering dropping back a bit from River. Maybe had a bit of an issue around one of the corners. Maybe Richie tapped him, which is more likely.
It never happened. Richie,
Yeah,
cleanest
Richie never does
driver.
that.
No, never sends it.
You've got Dashi and Taz. I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I
Defensive.
think
Penalty,
Taz
maybe.
must have made a mistake because Dashi and Couch were nailed to. What do you call it? Nose to tail. That's the word I'm looking for. English is my first language, I promise. I think that must be for Thomas, is it? Blue flags, I've just noticed. He's in the middle of the front runners here. But
Did you pit already? Oh, okay.
he pitted on, yeah, let's see if I can, it doesn't actually tell you on the left-hand side, but it was about lap 3 when he pitted.
Oh.
Yeah, so quite an unusual, I'm not sure whether he decided, because he'd had an issue, so he dropped off the back of the group, so he was like, nah, I'm just going to go for soft tyres till the end, have some fun, get in the way of everybody. Check, oh goodness, Dylan's tyres are definitely seen better days.
That's true, but it's extending his lead. I think just 1.5 to 2 seconds.
Is that 119?
Oh, during the massive. Oh, but it's just a blue flag.
I was just on. Yeah, I was just looking at. I was trying to find Ray. Ray's doing 120s, and yeah, so not much in it. But let's have a look at this. 119.9, 120. So pretty even for the tyres at the moment. So maybe worthwhile carrying on for a few more laps just to eke out the soft, see if he can get, or maybe go into the pits and do a larger soft stint before going on to another set of softs at the end. Let's have a look at some of these liveries while we're here then, shall we? So who is this? River and Hallowed Gaming. I think Hallowed made this livery, so I think there are slightly better ones on the grid, but orange, bright, colourful, big decals, can't really go wrong. Daring and that Ferrari, I think both Ferraris have same livery but different colours, which is a nice touch. You can tell the drivers fairly quickly. And then Richie, I think this is a Slugsy livery. I'm not sure whether he's got someone from RA to do it, but nice livery anyway. I like that. It's a very pretty livery. Furious, pretty basic. I think this was just a quick knock-up livery. Not many decals, not even Pro-Am class on the back of it, or even a flag. Unbelievable stuff. Deduction of points going on here. I can see if there's any
or maybe
anything in the rule book.
Maybe they earn like they're sponsored throughout the season.
Depending on how well they do.
Yeah.
Yep. Then we've got Dashi's liveries, both good. I think they've done if you look at the difference between the two cars, they've got different colours for the different cars, and that Bavarian flag on the end plate. I like that. It's a nice touch. And then we've got the OG, the top dog, the best livery on the grid.
Even got TCR on his car.
No way. He's added that.
Oh, okay, he added that.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah. He's also changed because I put, where am I? I'm still way back. I've got P on the front of mine, but he's got Pro Dave, the team name, and then as you can see, Punt Prodigy is as usual on the back. Oh, look at that! Getting a position, timed that well. As he got his Hallowed Gamer goes in the pits. What was Hallowed Gamer on softs?
Oh, that was soft.
Yeah, slick entry into the pits. Not easy at the best of times.
Bit too long, maybe. Yeah, I heard that Lambo, the rear are going, this is not good, and they were completely gone. Like, but also
Yeah,
Dylan
not.
going for very long.
Yeah, he may do maybe one more lap after this. He can maybe get out of those tires,
Is
but whether
this
it'll be any
re
speed,
really fast? I have my doubts.
oh,
Like,
no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I mean, look at
I'm
the
not
lap
sure it's the
times still,
quickest.
mid
Eight
20s.
tenths off of so Smith. Yeah, yeah. So not too far off the medium 120s, 120.5, 120.4, 20.4, 20.2. So Richie, yeah, 20.1. So all the medium runners, low 20s. Dashy being
Okay, in for Dylan.
the best. Yeah, yeah, probably thought best of it. One more lap might have been a little bit more
So what's
dangerous.
it gonna be
Bit of
like?
fuel.
Bit of fuel?
Where does he come out? From a couple of seconds in the lead
Probably not in
to
traffic. That looks okay. Oh, no, it's taking too long. If it exit.
Oof, what a pit. And here we go. There goes the OG driver in front of him. So down to 14th from first onto medium tyres. That's a fairly massive pit loss.
Everyone has to pit. So won't be the only one, but did I think a
Yeah.
very long stint on soft tires. And see, can the mediums last for roughly 40 minutes?
I don't think so. I think you'll maybe get 20. I think the lap count was going to be 45 laps, and the mediums would probably last 20, 24, 25 max.
Okay, so and I
So,
would guess it's soft, medium soft for Dylan then.
yeah, I would suggest, I think after about lap 20, 21, the mediums are going to drop off drastically. So, maybe not worth the risk. Oh, you've got
Ooh,
some good driving between these two bumblebees.
dirty tires for which but he keeps it on track.
Yeah, the Lambo in an endurance race, it's a difficult car, but I think if you can tame it, it's got some pace.
Oh,
Someone's off
yellows.
further up as well.
Oh,
Richie.
Richie! Hitting the
Oh,
wall.
can I rewind it just so we can
Yeah,
watch
do
him
it, do
crash?
it. Come on, you have the
Yeah,
power. We need to know.
yeah. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does.
Just has his
That's,
heavy foot on the right one. Just floors it like
yeah, he's
without no
sliding,
reason.
sliding,
Oh
sliding.
no!
Oh, he
Actually
tried to catch it and then
tried
lost
to
it.
be smooth. Look at that. But it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
work.
Very unlike him, that one.
Yeah.
Doing seven. I thought he was going to have to do a 74-point turn there, but managed to get out without touching the wall. Dashy, you're far too kind. Just because he's got a flag on his wing plate, rear wing plate, isn't you're supposed to have it on the TEC number board.
Yeah.
You see how
See,
number 69 there?
there's a spot
Oh,
like a
yeah, there's a nice gap for the flag. So number 69. So where we JWE still got Ovich. I think these two had a fairly hefty battle through most of the race. Let's have a look. Dashy, Furious up to 5th. So how far would he be off the lead? Not much, not much. 5, 6 seconds.
that lonely blue arrow is not the leader, right? That's
No, that is unfortunately someone further back.
oh,
Deering's tyres
and
are
looking at the
finding it
top
slightly
four.
difficult.
Wow, within
Yeah,
2 seconds. Yeah,
Ray races.
struggling.
Yeah, I think his tyres are that rear left is looking pretty
Yeah, the car
demoralised.
doesn't want to turn.
Yeah, especially in comparison, you got River, Deering, and Beetlejuice all with some tyres left, but still trying to put up a battle. Still trying to
Yeah,
put up a battle.
look at the Ferrari go, like
Yeah,
probably a low drag setup, but Ray saw it also. And
Get some extra
Stillen,
pace.
yeah,
Yeah, but I
in
think Beetlejuice
braking,
has got
yeah,
this one
it's not
covered.
on this time.
Yeah. Does he compromise himself on the exit? No, he doesn't know. With oh, I think Rivers
River
coming in that
decided
lap.
to
That's
pit
very close to
Deering,
a pit
yeah.
penalty there.
Yeah, also, yeah,
You got
Deering wasn't sure what's happening.
yeah,
I think
Furious in the pits as well.
wise decision
Oof.
for River there with the Lambo also. Yeah, we heard that the rears
Yeah,
don't want
I
to see
think
them
so.
go. Oh yeah, race
Uh,
car is not turning
two,
anymore.
not going
Not
to be in a good way. So might have been worth pitting a lap earlier. Going to be losing a lot of time on these last 2 laps. And you've got Dashi who'll be catching him. I think is Ray still on controller? I think he is, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure, so don't think
Yeah.
there's much room for wheel and wasn't happy with the pace on the wheel, so I
So he
think
went back
it's
to controller.
back to
Yeah.
the controller.
You've got Couch Racers, the other guy I know that's on controller, but his tires are
Yeah,
an awful lot better. Maybe that Peugeot's a little bit cleaner on it.
the lazy one with the controller, so I think he has enough room in
Yeah.
his like place where he plays the game, but can't be bothered to get out the wheel. Just
Needs to.
lives up to the name, sits on the couch and drives. Yeah.
Come on, Couch. You got Ray finally in. Good idea. What are they going to go on to? Where's Dylan? Is he going to be able to get past them in time? I'm not sure he will.
Yeah, Dashi, I see your team name, but you also try to race with the wheel, at least in the Rising Stars, if I'm not mistaken. But what happened? You're also not happy
Good
with
to
your
know.
pace on the wheel.
Good to know, Zach. I've never driven the RCZ, so no clue. But let's have a look. Is Dylan provisional first place? So everybody in front of him still needs to pit. Same with myself. Slightly more consistent. And then
Dashi
River.
tryharding TEC. Okay.
Boo, Dashi, boo. But
You you
good
hear
battle
those
going on here.
sounds because Prodigy wants to like finish in higher positions. So shush.
Everybody, the way that Dashi's been driving recently, I've seen them stats. I've seen them stats you've been putting up. Definitely getting too quick for your boots.
Back
Talking about that,
to back champions. Oh, you need to
yeah,
rely on couch then.
Christ. Speak about back-to-back champions. Look what happened to Slugsy. Oh, we've got another yellow flag. Who's this? Is it maybe Thomas again? Maybe.
Damage, I see on the rear, yeah.
Yeah. So it might well be Thomas. Let's go through. Where are we? JWE, fresh tyres. Ovic has got a bit of a gap on him at the moment. I'm
On
not
the
sure
softs
whether.
now.
Yeah, both on softs. There's going to be a tight one though, Dash. You're trying to win 2 championships in a row, especially with the level of competition. It's not easy. You've got Ray Racer, JWE. They're going to be pushing you. Ovic on the odd occasion.
Nozak, the 75% was like in TEC for a long time, basically since the beginning of the season. Then the new TEC management decided to, nah, we don't want that. and then they probably
It was too
realized
hard.
the
Maths was too hard.
the flaws, the loopholes that
Yeah,
that came across.
yeah.
So yeah,
When 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 you get some drivers, I can't do this race, but I've got this
Mhm.
reserve driver from the World Series. I don't know, someone like Medi, for instance, to turn up and cover for me. I hope that's okay. And they go and win the race. Yeah. The, no, I'm not sure that was the intent of getting in reserves, but that's how it ended up. You'd get a few pro drivers driving in the AM class,
Mm.
etc., getting massive points, which was slightly unfair on the other AM drivers. But Taz, Davo, Deering is the only one. Deering and Dashi,
Yeah, earrings.
the only ones that haven't pit.
Actually, look at that.
Yeah, both really pushing these mediums to the limits.
Very much, yeah.
Yeah, not much in it with the tyre wear, to be fair. Can't be too bad on that controller. Dylan, I think, catching though. He'll have a bit of a gap.
Still think the difference between the Ferrari and the RCZ is there, and the Ferrari usually worse with the tires. That's why Deering on the wheel with and make him up the tire wear compared to the
Yeah, compared to the
Dashi
RCZ.
and the controller,
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah,
still on the same pace now after nearly
yeah.
30 minutes. Hit time.
Both of them, pitting. Let's see Dylan coming up to the chicane. Furious, River, Beetlejuice and Rake and all these get past. It's as I said, long pit loss. Oh, I think not sure if it was Couch just serving a penalty there. He's in your team, isn't he, Zach? Medi in your IRO team. How many cream eggs did it cost to get him in? Would have been a fair few, I'm betting.
I think it
Dashi's
was
going up.
finalized who invited Eddie into
Oh, okay.
Spanish racing.
It's
To
normally Richie that's
yeah, Richie's
the
like reaching
chief
out.
recruiter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you don't need team members, he'll get them in for you.
Even if it means you're risking your own spot in the team, but that's another story.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. The CTC team has tripled in size because of Richie, and
Ooh,
some of the
Couch was right
drivers
there
are.
doing
Where
some
is he? Oh, yeah.
at the grass on fairly fresh tires, so
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Everybody out pretty much on softs now, though, other than Dylan, who started on the softs. So I wouldn't complain either. The only thing is, Zach, is he not concentrating on the manufacturers and stuff like that at the moment? So he's unable to race with you guys. I think I heard something like that. That he can't do.
Excuses.
Couldn't do the Red Bull Ring, or will be unable to do the Nürburgring as well. I think.
It's a 24-hour race. Come on, there has to
I
be
know.
2 hours at least where you can
Yeah.
like find a
Just
gap
just
in
put
your
in.
schedule. Yeah,
Thing is, the practice sessions for Nürburgring aren't just a 5 minute thing, are they? They're
I mean
quite a
either you know the track or you don't know it. There's no in between.
yeah. No, no. I've seen it enough times on YouTube clips. I should know it by now.
Oh, he's running in the Nordschleife in Irish.
He is doing the Nordschleife. Okay, well, that's good. I wasn't sure whether he would have made the Nordschleife, but I suppose. Well, when does this season's uh, Manufacturers and Nations Cup finish? Or the qualifying? It can't be.
Soon.
It's yeah, can't be far off. So yeah, might get them done and then be able to concentrate on that.
Yeah. I think it's followed by the nations. Then actual season is over.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Confirmation. Manufacturers ended today. I don't like them. The manufacturers I used to quite like racing in, but the timings of their slots are just ridiculous nowadays. It's mental. Trying to get, on a Wednesday at like 11, 2, and 5. What the fuck is that about? It's mental.
Is it? That's
So,
thought
no,
like
it's.
final slot was close to midnight in some regions or whatever.
I think it depends on which level you're at. If I remember right, I think there's different, depending on what level you're at, depends on how many slots there are. So I'm gonna have to drop down to like an E-rated lobby. 3 slots only. Yeah, there you go. See, I thought there was only 3. So it makes it very difficult uh, to actually get involved. I did see, talking about it, I saw, who was it? Beetlejuice on Super GT's stream doing very well. I think he came in 6th, if I remember rightly. So doing well. So I'm not sure if he's competing in them all or whether he was just doing that one race. But
Beetlejuice is like
yeah,
doing all the races,
yeah, I don't know
official
where he gets
lobby
the time
races.
from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. He's only in about 55 different Discord channels
Yeah,
and 74 different race series, and as well as doing manufacturers and dailies. Committed. There's a reason why he's as quick as he is. Settled down a bit, I think. Fair few gaps. Go through.
still like
Couch still
that
behind.
mini map looks quite dense.
Yeah,
Many blue
yeah.
arrows, but yeah, so
Oh,
maybe lapped
we've got a
cars.
nice battle. A nice battle here. I'll tell you one thing, JWE, this race was driving. I caught up with him and Ovic. I think Ovic made a mistake and dropped back. But yeah, trying to get near. That's what I was conversation with Jaeger earlier about slipstream, and this is mainly the reason why, because you cannot, especially through some of the quick corners, get anywhere near the back end of one of these cars without losing time. It was so tricky, but now he was driving clean and consistently quick laps. So kudos to him for that race. He did well. I think he could be stiff competition on some of the other tracks, especially in that Porsche. So
Yeah, definitely is everywhere. He also competed like in the Le Mans 24 hours weekend or with a 3-man Finnish team. Like they did
yeah,
four stints like in the 24 hour in Group C's. Like, yeah, why not? Casual.
yeah, mental. Just turn up, do it. Ah, so he was in the race today as well, was he? So I think it was the last one I saw. I'm trying to remember the track. It wasn't Red Bull Ring. It was the one after that. So maybe it might be Nürburgring. I can't remember. What was the last race in the manufacturers? Maybe you can remind me.
Today was
But,
Sedania, a reverse.
yeah, it wasn't today that I saw it, but yeah, Beetle definitely showing some good pace. I think that's the difference between good drivers and better drivers is the ability to be quick but be consistently quick, and that's what these guys at the front definitely were. A little bit of a tap on JWE
Not
there.
true the
Felt
team,
bad.
but yeah, you know.
Yeah, had to apologise. I gave him a wee flash, but hopefully you caught that on camera. So it wasn't the first round then, Dash. It must have been one after it. But the one before today, so last week's one, my short-term memory, I need to. That looks like a penalty. Yeah, there you go. I thought so. Let's go have a look through the rest of the grid, see where everybody is. Davo driving well as well.
He's your teammate, right?
Yeah, yeah. Proven that he should have been in the pro class rather than me.
He won the Rising Stars, so yeah.
Yeah, congrats actually. He won that. Was it yesterday that he
Yep, yeah.
confirmed that
Yesterday
competition?
was the season finale. Yeah, he basically had it already claimed, and then
All wrapped up.
Couch couldn't join. Yes, he was the only one that would like.
Could have mathematically done it.
Yeah, but
Uh,
just like in theory. So basically,
yeah.
as soon as he turned up, we knew.
Oh, he's off
Oh, and then
now
he's
though.
off.
Manages to keep it out of the wall though. That was nicely done. You hit that wall and you're in trouble.
We had 3 Rising Star seasons and no back-to-back winners, but yeah, Couch did
So
win the first season. He came back
yeah,
for season 2 and season 3, but he had to start at the back in season 2 for all of the races. So I said, like, as a champion, no way
I think
you
if
can
you're
do it.
champion or if you're gold rated, I don't think you get to start to do quali, do you? Is that the rules?
Yeah, and sometimes you have to wait for 10 seconds even to get your race going.
Yeah,
That's why some of the faster drivers didn't want to join, but that was the idea behind the Rising Star. So I don't want to
yeah,
see
yeah,
like our fastest drivers in the community to compete in that series as well. So
yeah. You want to give
more fair.
the other drivers a good chance of winning races,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
basically like F2. If you win F2, you yeah, tough luck. You cannot race in it anymore.
yeah, yeah.
But you don't get an F1 cockpit as well. So okay, here we go.
Who else has changed tires? Not me. This is another cock up by Mr. Strategy King Prodigy here. I thought I'll do whatever JW. I'll do the opposite to JWE.
Car.
Well, that'll be a good idea. So he
No.
pitted, yeah, and then I get caught in this group, and then I think it's at the end of this lap I decide to pit anyway, and I make a complete hash of it. I was going to get a 3 second penalty, so I just continued on. So yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, you had definitely some action there and some
Yeah,
challenges.
I enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed it anyway. The racing with JW was up there with some good racing, enjoyable stuff.
TEC is the pinnacle of community racing action. It's above F1 and all that stuff. Come on.
Uh, I'll tell you something. It's got better set of rules than F1. You got to leave space for other drivers on the track, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely better than F1. Far more interesting. Couch in the pits. Let's have a look. Dylan got a bit of a gap actually to Deering.
So what Dylan was soft to medium, steering medium to softs now,
Yeah, I think
and a bit
Deering
of a
will
gap.
probably
Yeah,
stay on softs. I think Dylan will probably go back onto the softs shortly. Was it 45 laps or 14? He could maybe go now. I think he'll maybe do a few more laps on the mediums, maybe one or two, just so he's got a little bit of tyre wear left. But you never know. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's carrying on. Deering definitely will carry on for a few laps on those. She in third place. Dave up to fourth at the moment. Furious after his horrendous qualifying, up to fifth. It's all difficult because with all the large pit loss and the different strategies going on, it's quite difficult to judge where people actually are in position wise.
that's it. Yeah, difficult to read
Yeah,
that race and until the
yeah,
final 15 minutes or so you actually have the then yeah see
yeah,
where you're at and what position you actually are fighting for.
Yeah, where are you going to finish?
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh!
ooh, wide.
Yeah,
Billboards,
I
no.
managed.
Oof.
I saw Davo doing it. I thought I'll have a bit of that. And then you've got to really watch out. Dirty tyres on worn softs. There
Yeah,
was a lot of lift off, a lot of careful driving. And then I had a Ray Racer behind me.
yeah, Ray, what happened? I mean,
I know after such a strong quali.
was leading or the lead group, and then got this a new set of tires. So that
Yeah, yeah. New
two
set of
two pit
mediums.
stops already. Yeah, so mediums to the end.
That'll be yeah, this will be to the end, I think. I was practicing, Zach, for the snow time trial that is this week. That's what I was doing. So that was just a bit of practicing. If you want to talk about the lawnmower simulator, you need to speak to Arden. He's quite the connoisseur of that series. He's
Oh,
flashing, trying
flash
to get
it.
my
Ooh.
attention. Uh,
But your
as
tires
soon
are
as
shot. Come on, you stay down.
I know, I
I
know, but
know.
if he hadn't have flashed, I might have been a bit more generous to him. But can't be having that.
Oh, oh, oh.
Not not sure about that move, Ray. That was a little bit impatient. Oh, that looks like a penalty.
There were some
Yeah,
some flashes.
yeah.
Look at me. And a penalty. Yeah, that was wide.
That's what happens to Zach if he ever gets
Oh,
behind me as
punt
well.
prodigy. Here we go.
Yeah. Unbelievable stuff, Ray. Unbelievable. For some reason, I'm putting on my indicator. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's off again now. I don't know. Oh no, it's there. What? Don't know. Don't know. Here we go. This is my quality pit mistake.
So you're indicating to the left and go to the right.
Yep.
Ah,
It's like,
that's
oh no.
no. What to do? Oh,
Yeah.
it is no losing time. I can't stay down.
Yeah.
No, my tires are cooked.
Bugger.
F.
Yeah. It was like 3 second penalty. What do I do? I probably would have been better taking a 3 second
Yeah.
penalty. To actually, would have
And
probably
wait
been
now.
quicker.
Drive off track again. Ah, okay.
Uh, learned from that mistake. Be careful. Well, that releases Ray anyway. Try and catch up with his teammate. New set of fresh softs. A 1:18.5. Furious is definitely pushing in the laps now. Or pushed in the lap, I should say.
Final 14 minutes of the race. So we should see now the last round of the pit stops for those who want to finish on softs. If I
Yeah, I would say this lap is
seems
probably a good lap to get it done if you're going to do it.
Dylan's low on fuel.
Yeah, Dylan's still carrying on with those. Davo's in. The lawn. That's why the car's kind of green, is because it likes the grass. Furious, Beetlejuice, Dashy, River, Darren all in contention here.
That's nice. That's
Yeah,
probably for E2 between those four drivers.
yeah. Ray not too far back either. Where's Davo? Is he coming out of the pits? He's
Me,
not too far off either.
mediums for oh penalty for Davo. Just wanted that three
Oh, three
seconds.
seconds.
No.
Pit entry. It could be the pit exit actually, because unless you steer right.
I think I saw that penalty before the pit exit.
Before the pit, yeah, probably. That's the easiest one to get it on anyway.
Mm.
So he'll be a little bit disappointed with that, but will it drop him back into the clutches couch? We'll have to see. Couch has had an interesting race. He's been up in front of his teammate, behind his teammate. Now he's lost a bit of time. Oh, let's see, Davo. Let's see how close this brings Couch. That looks like a fair chunk of time. That's painful.
Yeah,
It's painful.
so slow.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the next one? Taz. I don't think Taz is catching him, but geez, oh, that is unfortunate. We should really be checking out Richie, who's now down in 14th. He's
being lapped.
Gone backwards. Yeah, he's gone backwards.
Dylan probably pitting this lap. Leader.
Yeah. Still behind JWE. So another catch-up job. Taz has driven cleanly, Dave. Right behind Couch, though. After that penalty, might give him a chance. What's that? Sorry. Racing mediums versus racing softs. Yeah, it's Dylan in.
Advantage for Davo with fresh soft tires.
I think it depends on the car, Dashi. I think generally, Couch with a loose car, with a car that likes to slide, is unbelievable. I think I can't remember whether it was a sprint series or which series it was, but it was it the Miata? What was that? What's that car? You know, the touring car. But before then, you used the one which wasn't the touring car, and that car slid a bit. And I tell you, he was unbelievable in it. Just the control and the ability to get it turned. So
exactly,
I think he's.
So if you're just looking at like Group 3, yeah, I'd argue you are faster than Couch.
Yeah.
Like road cars, yeah, Couch is very strong.
Yeah, he's a difficult man to beat in that kind of scenario. Difficult man to get near.
Yeah, but that's I mean, you can race in many different series CLR, so it's just not all the time Group 3 or Group 4. So that's why you
can
gain or lose your CLR rating.
Your ratings.
Different ways, yeah.
You got Darren attacking Beetlejuice here for. Yeah, looks like on the inside there's not really much you can do, unfortunately, if you're on the outside there. So up to 4th. These front three are very close. Look at that.
You're still in P2 on mediums, though, if I'm doing that correctly.
Yeah, racing soft, racing mediums, racing softs. It's racing softs, so it's going to be tough for Furious to hold this off. But he's, I'm not sure if Dylan had an issue or he just came out of his pits that close, but he definitely had a bigger gap than that before. So interesting, but I think with Furious on the mediums and Dylan on the fresh softs, I think he'll pull away, and unfortunately that means that Dashi's going to get held up a bit as well on them softs. Maybe bring Deering back into it, and Beetlejuice is on the mediums as well. But so it might be a fight for second place between Deering and Dashi. Come on, Furious. Yeah, he was definitely rapid. If he'd have started further up the grid, I think he would have been majorly in contention for the victory around here. With his pace and just general consistency, he would have been up there. That's it, Dashi. You got past Furious there, which gives you a bit more leeway. Beetlejuice River still keeping in contention. These top 6 separated by very little.
Also different tires.
Yeah, different tires, different strategies. 52 minutes into a race and maybe 8 seconds between River and Dylan. Incredible stuff. Ray dropping off the back of it, unfortunately. Devo having a good time. Couch pulling away again from Taz. Oh, where's JW? I think he's
Ooh,
had an issue.
yeah.
He's
Oh,
dropped right to back down
looks
the
like auto
field.
drive for a brief moment.
Yeah, not sure. Maybe he had to go away. Maybe had an issue. We'll see. We've got Ovich and Richie close together as well. 11th, lonely 11th place.
Still indicating to the left.
Yeah, don't know what that's about. It must have been something earlier when I let someone through. I don't remember. The fact I've not turned it off isn't the best. I need an indicator noise on my headphones. Tell me it's on. But I think it was about 15 seconds behind Taz at this point. So just push it in. See what lap times I could get. But yeah, Taz drove a clean race. Let's go back to the front anyway. See what's going on. So it looks like Deering got ahead of Beetlejuice as well.
Yeah, Furious dropped down to
Yeah, P6. That's the difference. That's what's happened. So Furious. I know what happened actually. Yeah, he had an issue down at the chicane and the end of the back straight. He was a bit late on the brakes and went through the kitty litter, unfortunately.
Still there, still there. It's last minute racing team battle, Fuse 2 versus River Rockers.
Yeah. Was it mediums on mediums? So yeah, I could do with an indicator to tell me I've got my indicator on, Zach. You're 100% correct there. I did see a nice app. I'm not sure whether it's GT7 applicable, but I saw Jimmy Broadbent using it a few times. It's like an AI, what would you call it, like coach, and it speaks to you around the track about, brake 10 meters earlier here.
Yes, it's something different.
Have you seen that as well? Yeah, looks very good.
I think it's called Mansell AI or something like that, where
is that what it's called?
Yeah, could analyze your laps, and then you get like reference data and say, yeah, other drivers are doing this, and try braking 10 meters earlier.
I think it's not even post race. It's during the actual race he was doing it on, which is it was incredible stuff.
Exactly, you're doing like 2-3 like laps, and then to get your average lap in. And then,
yeah.
Then
then it analyzes it and gives you tips. Yeah, I think it is maybe iRacing only at the moment. It was that in your Van Arden that you fell asleep. Now you've got electrics. You know what it's going to be called, don't you? It's going to be called the shaggin' wagon. You do realise this.
Final 4 minutes. What's happening at the front?
Let's go have a look. Dylan's pulling out a nice gap with them softs.
Lap as well, 18.2.
Yeah,
nice
18.2. Yeah.
There she's low on fuel. There she don't run out of fuel. Oh, not again.
3 laps to go. Ardem. Yeah, he's not a TCR member, is he? So
no,
he shouldn't do.
He did it a couple of times already.
I've not done that in a long while, so I'm probably due a fuel shortage at some point.
It might have happened yesterday in Rising Stars. Yeah, Deering is catching. Look at that. Yep.
Yeah,
coming down.
Definitely getting closer. I think the Ferrari was definitely quicker than most around this track. We'll see whether it'll be good in the rain as well, but we'll see how we get on. Beetlejuice and River are going to be having a good battle. When do you think you'll be in the van then, Arden? End of summer by the time you're ready? If you're spending that kind of cash, you've got to be sooner rather than later. No. Dylan catching up with Ovich.
Will Ovich get a flash?
Oh, Thomas.
You're in a little mistake.
Yeah, he's dropped back a bit, hasn't he? I
Yeah.
just seen that. But what else we got? Yeah, that's some lapped cars causing a bit of issue. Who's that? Furious still in 6th. Ray just having a penalty. So I think the closest battle is possibly Beetlejuice and River at the moment at this front, but we'll keep an eye on Dashi just to see.
2 more laps. That fuel, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. He sold the sim rig, and well, he says he sold the rig.
He didn't have a rig. Come on, it's just a wheel, and he used a pillow or whatever to sit on the floor on his couch, something like that.
Yeah.
So a weird setup, but it worked.
Yeah, he had the Casa sim rig set up. Kitchen table, kitchen chair, some comfy pillows. Away you go. Talking about sim rigs, I've moved my brake pedal up for this because I was getting knee issues. Well, I have knee issues, so I've moved my brake pedals up about 5 inches. So I had to move my wheel closer to me and all the rest of it, which was a fair endeavour because mine's a homemade rig rather than one of these nice posh Omega ones or whatever you call them. So, but now my pedals are higher. When I hit the brake, my seat moves backwards, so I've had to jimmy up a seat stopper. It's a little bit. Oh, that was close. Tires have definitely seen better days as well. Yeah. Final lap though. Final lap. Keep it clean. You got Dylan. Looks like a fairly conclusive victory in the end.
No trouble. Oh.
You could have got a few quid for that G29. Arden, my brother's just bought one. He did join the CLR Discord the other day as well. He bought, it was 100 and something quid he spent on a fairly new G29. So see if we can get him involved in a few of the races.
Left on Dashi's car.
No.
No.
This could be dangerous. He's not giving it away. He's not giving it away, is he?
But
not in chat.
Uphill now.
Yeah. Oh,
no,
wide as well. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Dylan wins.
We missed Dylan crossing the line. Second.
Crawling around. Will he make it?
Oh, just. Look at that. That was close. That was. Yeah. That could have been worse, Dashi. That could have been worse. Yeah. Davo 8th, Couch 9th, Taz, Prodigy, Slugsy Stroke Richie, JWE, and hopefully
I can bring
Jaeger
up the race
has the results. Thank you.
Yeah, we are prepared. That is quali, by the way. I didn't do that. So here we go. It is the actual race result. Quali was still like daylight now. Also on the background, we see like it's getting dark.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dylan, nice one. Fastest lap and the victory. And an all-Irish 1-2 during 2 Ferrari. Dashi running out of fuel, but still a podium position in 3. Nice one. So
He should have got second, I think.
yeah,
Saying that with a little bit more fuel, you would have been a little bit further back.
yeah,
So
you had the
it's
gap.
difficult. It's difficult. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So Beetlejuice P4 in the NSX, River P5, Lambo. Furious, good race.
Good
Last
recovery. Yeah.
to P6.
I think if you hadn't had that issue as well, that the hairpin, he would have been a bit further up. You can go back to sleep now, Arden, by the way.
Ray started pole P7 in the end.
Yep.
Still a
Dave
strong team performance for the Ferraris. And Ray stable in the 8 exactly. And second page. Ouch and Taz. Prodigy G got past JWE, which yet and with a mistake.
Yeah.
But I saw it in Discord. It's like, see, 3 points. What?
Wasn't happy, was he? He's not driven the car yet, so we'll see what he says after Monday's race.
And Alot Gamer and Thomas. So we have 2 Irish people at the front and at the back. Irish sandwich for that one. Nice one.
Yeah, good race.
Great season opener. So let me see if I can bring up a little bit of. See if I can scroll that accordingly. Window. Now here we go. Scroll it. So, then the most points individually, but the most important thing this season is like the team championship, right? It's the main focus. So
yep, this season it's definitely teams.
A bit further down, and we see the team points after round number 1. The fire hit in there. Okay, Taz and Dylan lead.
Some interesting team names.
Yeah. The Onion Rings.
Without Main Onion.
Without Main Onion, yeah, he was supposed to race, but then work got other plans for him, so Ray stepping in.
Going off to India. It's a tough life for some, isn't it?
Yeah. And third, you have the Controller Collective.
Yeah, so Dashing Couch.
Close gaps between the top 3 teams then. Little gap to the rest of teams, but yeah, it's still early doors, right?
Yeah, a lot can happen, especially in the rain.
Yes, it is. So let's quickly jump back to the calendar. See what is
I'm glad I did that TEC off-season race around Autopolis in the rain. In the McLaren. That worked out quite well.
Did it, yeah?
Not giving anything away. But that's where we're off to next.
It's rough, yeah. I think this is like RO8, sunny, RO8, sunny, RO8. Sunny.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Something like that, so... Heavy wet, no, oh, it's drying. Shall I pit? Oh, wet again, no. Will the tires last for that long? I don't know. So, yeah, that'd be interesting.
It could be an interesting one, yeah.
Very interesting setup, yeah. Definitely.
So looking forward to it. That should be another good race. Full grid. So I think we've got another change this week coming up for Autopolis. So River is on family Easter duties, and so Richie's going to step up for him this week. So he's had 2 quality cars. He's had the Audi, which is a little bit sketchy, and now he's into the Lambo, which is equally as sketchy. So it could be interesting.
There will be, of course, a replay stream for that race as well, but going forward it will be on a Tuesday. So the Rising Stars has finished on a Tuesday, so I'm free that day. And yeah, Wednesdays will be sprint, serious racing action. Then happening not on this channel. I will be driving this time. Whoa, what?
Ooh.
And yeah, will be
What is it? Is this your first championship in
ages?
how long?
I did the TEC off season.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a real series.
That's not real.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah. So
Yeah, good to see you back on track.
I see what I can do. Yeah, but this will be then on my Twitch channel. Will be the guys in the chat, stuff like that. So yeah, that's tomorrow will be what's GT Driver Career Masters Cup Round 5 Toyota GR Corona at Forest. 30 minutes of road car action.
No, Deering didn't get the driver of the day. He came second, I want to say. Dylan Clifford got driver of the day, actually. I think probably deserved that he was out front pretty much for the whole race. Never really looked in danger of losing. Sorry, interrupting your schedule there.
Yeah, and Saturday we have Road to Le Mans. Round 2, Interlagos. That's this channel for this week, and yeah, busy weeks. Like with comps and
then next week you've got CTC starting again, don't you?
CTC
end
is
of next week. So
next
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
There's actually no race on Friday. Everyone decided to ditch the Friday and go for Saturday or Sunday. So it's still a packed CTC.
Yeah.
And great races.
Yeah.
I will be busy as always,
As always, yeah. no rest for the wicked.
Alright.
No,
I will end this stream. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you for the next one. Round 2. Autopolis with some rain. Should be a banger, right?
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. So stay sexy, San Diego.
Wow. Practice.
We'll see you next week.
Exactly. Take care. See you soon. Love you all. BKA.